What is up, guys? This is Velion Gaming here with a World of Warcraft commentary, I would like to say. If you're here, as my title says, is become a better healer. I'm going to do the best I can to do good for Paladins, but as for other healers as well. I'm just going to kind of jump right into it. I am a 3-time Glad Holy Paladin. I have Prideful, I have Tyrannical, and I have Malevolent. I kind of quit the game, not really quit the game, but just stopped being as competitive as I was, and I trying to get back into it. So the best way to start this is, for me, was what I'm saying is, I used to be very bad. I remember being bad as Paladin, and I never could get anywhere over 2200. So you might be in that boat, maybe not, but if you are, this video is for you, definitely. I remember asking a rank 1 Gladiator, how did he get rank 1? How is it hard? Is it blah blah blah? Asking him a bunch of questions, and he said, "Man, I've always been good at video games." And I kind of thought to myself, I'm pretty good at most video games, but this was like 3 years ago, and probably longer than that. And I was like, I'm pretty good at video games. Maybe I just put in more work to it. So I did, and it takes a little time. It's not an overnight thing, but there's a few essentials that you need. It varies. Some people are different. Some people are not. I click. I don't click my spells. As you can see, they're all keybinds. But I do click my healing. The Blizzard UI frame. But that's about it. That's the only thing. But one thing you really need is a kick bar. I have Omnibar. If you don't have add-ons, that's fine. You can still do good as a healer, but I would suggest you get an Omnibar. I'll show you guys what it does. It brings up any kick. So if you're sitting there and you have a warrior and a DK on you, and you go like this, you will be fine, and then you can just keep casting and casting and casting, and then you can save your aura mastery, or if you have an aura mastery for your class or anything like that. But I would suggest getting a kick bar for sure. I also use Gladius. Let's type it right. Gladius test. I use Gladius just to, if I need to hodge anything or anything like that, Gladius is really good to have. I know some people use the normal, the unit frames. I was using them until I said, whatever, I'm just going to use Gladius, because you can right click it. When you right click it, it'll put it as your focus target, so you can see what that person is doing and whatever else you need to. And one big thing as being a healer to get higher rating, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not that good as a healer, blah blah blah. You are good. You just have to put the work into it. When I first started, I played a shaman, I played a druid, I played a monk, I played a paladin, and I played a priest. I put everything else down because I said, you know what, I want to get Gladiator this year. I'm going to do it. So I stopped playing everything else. I stopped playing all my other classes except for my paladin. That's all I play. I had 3 paladins that year. So I had 1 paladin that was my main paladin. I had a 2nd paladin that was just my alt paladin that was kind of high, and then I had my 3rd paladin. What I did was, I'd play on my main paladin, get him to like 2200, 2300, and then I would stop. And then whenever anybody else, like either my friends or anybody else, I would play on my 2nd paladin, and I would got him to like 2k-ish, and once I got him to 2k-ish, I kind of just played on my alt, my 3rd alt, and just played as much as possible. The more you play, the better you'll get, but you also got to play some good comps. I played anything and everything that I could. As a paladin, it varies on what you can play right now, because in WoD, I think really the only good comps are like DK Windwalker, Holy Paladin, God Comp, or Shatter Play, and like depending on the class, maybe DK Lock Holy Paladin, and maybe DK Feral Holy Paladin. At the moment, I'm only 2050 CR, 2057. I was 2086. But my highest overall I've ever been was like 2750. But that is one thing you got to look at. You got to look at your comps. You got to look at what's best to run with, what people are running, just all that kind of stuff. And then say you're a druid, RMD, and warrior. Lock Druid is good, I'm pretty sure, and WLS. No, sorry. What in the heck is that comp? I can't think of it right now. It'll come to me when the worst moment ever. But there's another thing that you want to look at. When you're playing, you have to change some glyphs up sometimes. You know, sometimes, like, I don't really change these. The only one I will ever change is this one, which is if I play against an Ellie and a Lock, I'll put Hand of Purity, and maybe WLS, I'll put Hand of Purity because it helps a lot. But any other comp, I usually keep Clemency because you know it has 2 sacrifices. But some classes, like if you're a druid or shaman or whatever, they might have 1, maybe 2 that you might need to change depending on the comp you're going against, and that comes with experience. The more you're playing, you'll notice, okay, well, I need this or I need this. As a paladin, I change my glyphs all the time. Right now I'm running Glyph Flash of Light, Glyph of Cleanse, and Glyph of Merciful Wrath. Say I'm going against a warrior and a DK. I will change this and change my Flash of Light because it reduces the magical damage reduction from like magical to melee damage and stuff like that. So you know your class might have glyphs that you can change. Say you're going against the same thing, you know, a warrior to DK, and you're taking, you know, less physical damage or more physical damage, or you know what I'm talking about. But you know, just kind of look at your glyphs. Just experiment with it. And the more you experiment with it, the more you play, the better you're going to get. And if you play multiple classes and you only see yourself getting to 23, 2400, at this moment, 2400, 2500 is pretty good. So you're doing a good job. Definitely a lot better than me. But if you're not seeing your full potential, drop one of those classes. Play that as just a mess around class and play your main class serious. Unless you're good at multiclassing. Since I got Gladiator on my Paladin, I'm decent at healing. I played a Shaman and got 2600 my first season ever playing, but that was in MOP. So it doesn't really count at the moment. But I haven't played my Shaman in a while. I played Druid, I think I got to 2100, and then I played the Monk and got to like 2100 as well. So I'm not, you know, up there on those classes, but I usually just stuck on my Paladin because I've always loved Paladins, and I probably won't ever give up a Paladin. I want to see what I played for 14 days on this Paladin. I think my other one has around 200 days, so it's pretty insane. I have this in my 3rd account. And then the last thing I want to talk about, if you're a clicker, like if you click your spells, you know, click blah blah blah, you know, I used to be a clicker, so there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with it, but to become your full potential and to become a great healer, this is the best thing that you can do is get into key bindings. I know it sucks. I know you're probably thinking, well, why the hell am I getting key bindings? It's going to be hard, blah, 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 blah. What I did was I only started out a few at a time. Like, as you can see, my bars, I got shift 1, shift 2, middle mouse, which is my mouse right here. My mouse scroll wheel push in. I have tons of them. What you should do, what I think you should do, is just put in a few. put in a few, test them out, work on them, get used to them, and then add more. That is exactly what I did. I used to be a clicker, and I did that, and it helps out a lot. You will see a huge increase of how better you do, because the faster you do with clicking, because you can work it all with your hands and use your mouse, it's a lot faster. So you'll get a heck of a lot better. And I promise you this. I promise you this. That I did that, and I literally jumped up 200 to 300 rating. So I advise you to try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. But test out some add-ons, or not add-ons, but keybinds. Some of you guys have a Naga or something like that. You can use like Shift 1, Shift 2, Shift 3, Shift 4, Shift 5, Shift 6, and that could be your spells. Or like, everyone is a PvPer. Everyone's like, oh, you use S. You're a noob. You backpedal. I don't backpedal. I took my S off and I use my S as something different. Some people use Q and W as keybinds, but I do not. I use my mouse. I use my mouse and Q and W. Like, I'll use that and kind of do, jump around, whatever. But I experimented with Q and E to change it, and I did not like it at all. So my is Q W E S or Q W E A and D. Those are all the ones I use. But I haven't experimented with H or J or anything like that. So, whatever's around you, like X would be something cool. Z's like sit down, so you don't really need to sit down, I don't think. I think X is where you take your weapon out. C, I don't know what C would do, but you can use that. Whatever's close to your hand, like control. I know I use shift a lot from some of mine, so I use shift 2. It's pretty good. I mean, as long as you get used to it over a few months or maybe even a few weeks, you'll get used to it, and you'll notice a better experience of playing arena. And play with your buddies, do the best you can, and then upgrade. Don't upgrade, but just like play around with everybody. Don't just play around with 3 people, because if they're, I'm not saying your friends are bad, but if their skill cap is not as good as a mage that's only been playing for a week and he's already 2K, you could play with that mage and maybe get 2200. So just kind of keep your options out. Do as much arena as you can. I think I literally have like maybe 20,000 games played in arena. That's how many games I've played. I'm going to keep posting some videos like this. This is kind of a new video for me. I know it's just a lot of me talking, but I hopefully can help you guys out with this. Hopefully help you guys out with becoming better in arena. I'm going to be posting more arena footage too. I know I put a lot of CS and H1Z1 and stuff on my channel, but I do want to put some arena. I know not a lot of people play WoW anymore because it's kind of dying off for some reason, but I do still know a lot of people watch videos, and hopefully I can help you guys to get better. But if you do like this video and it helped you out a little bit, let me know in the comments, please, because it will make my day so much better just to know that I helped somebody out. If you're new, hit that sub button, and if you like this video, please hit the like button because that will help me out, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Peace.